What's going on, people? It's your boy John, coming back at you again with another clearing throat video. How's it going? These videos are really fucking sporadic and spontaneous. Cause I'm not by myself anymore. I'm not in solitude. So if you remember, my videos from a few months back were hella fucking creative. Like, I was just coming up with different ideas every single day. But now, because I'm around other people, and it's like, I'm an introvert, okay, by nature, so I get my best ideas, I become my most productive self when I'm by myself, when I'm alone, okay? It's in my nature to just be like that. So it's why I come to the forest. It's why I regularly seclude myself from other people, because I just feel comfortable. And the thing about introverts and people who are quite empathetic is that they absorb other people's energy, or they absorb energy in general. So yeah, I've got my moments where I give out energy, and usually when I give out the energy, it's very tethered, very well done energy, high energy, good energy. But when I'm surrounded by people 24/7, it becomes difficult to give out energy, and you just go back into your absorbing state. So I'm in that state right now, and that's why I come to the forest, because the forest really gives me good energy. So I can just breathe in and just really get back to my core, who I am, the I am, right? INFJs, funnily enough, I don't want to talk about the MBTI thing, but INFJs, for me, they seem like the most in touch with their spiritual side than, say, other types. Because other types, I think they're really immersed in this world and earthly pleasures, so they can't, or they rather don't have the means to, let's say from the beginning, to find the spiritual dimension within. INFJs are intuitive, that's why we already kind of know the spiritual dimension. It's more about us now investigating it and really becoming one with it. So that's why we become attuned to the spiritual dimension pretty early on in our lives. But anyway, that's not even this video. I want to talk about the MBTI thing. I think there's someone over there, so I'm not going to walk over there. Let me just check. I don't know. Anyway, self-development, gentlemen. Self-development is the only way forward. Okay? Self-development is the only answer to your problems. There's no other answer to it. Okay? Self-development. I don't say self-improvement, because if we really separate the two words, self and then improvement, it's kind of obvious, really. You're developing yourself, you're developing your ego, you're developing the outer self, and maybe perhaps the internal dialogue of that self, to reach its full potential, so that you can be the best version of yourself, the best version of what you're supposed to be on this earth. Okay? And look, after 20 years of being in education, and in cultural education, I don't just mean the physical education of schooling, I'm talking about education from culture, media, language, advertisement, consumerism. All of this is education. This is all conditioning. Fucking hell, I almost slipped over then. Jesus, forest is really wonky today. Well, you need to separate yourself from that fucking education. Alright? You need to separate yourself from the conditioned way of which you have been taught to engage yourself in this life. You have to, okay? Because you have been conditioned to be a certain way by your peers, by your friends, by your teachers, by your parents, by the media that you watch, the films that you watch, the games that you play. You are what you literally consume. I've said it before, I'll say it again. So in order to get back to who you really truly are, you have to take away everything that you're not. Okay? Everything that you're not, everything that says something to you that you should be a certain way needs to go. Now, at first, that's pretty daunting, but that's the essence of monk mode. But at first, that seems pretty daunting because it does mean making some drastic decisions in your life as to what kind of person you currently are and what kind of person you want to end up being. You don't know what you're going to end up being, though. You can have a vision in your head, you can have an idea, but you don't really know, because anything that you've seen of yourself that was good was only a glimpse of your full potential. It wasn't even the full fucking thing. It was a glimpse into your full potential. So you don't know what you're going to end up being, and you can't even try and predict what you're going to end up being. All you know is it's the best version of yourself. So to get to that, you have to take away everything that you are not. You have to take away the bad influences, the negative influences in your life. Porn and masturbation is only one of those. It's not the end all. It's one negative influence. Probably the worst, but there's others as well. The music that you listen to, the people that you hang out with. Your biggest enemies aren't even people that you don't know, you know that. The biggest enemies are your friends, or the people that you think are your friends. You have to understand that the majority of people do not want to see you improve, because if you improve, you present yourself as a challenge to other people. If you improve and you get better, there's a chance that you may overshadow somebody else's glory. No one wants that. The thought of you being something better than you are to another person's mind is enough for them to turn into an outright enemy towards you, and to constantly put you down, to constantly keep you at your level, to bring you down so that you can never achieve the full version of what you want to be. You see, that's why you got to pay really close attention to your friends, because chances are, if you feel that your friends aren't really your friends, that you're just, your homies, you know, the home dogs, you shoot the shit together, you enjoy your time, but you sense that they don't really respect you. You sense that they don't really like you even. They enjoy their time with you. Yes, they invite you out. They invite you out, you go out with them, but they don't really respect you. They don't really see you as an equal. And you can tell, because they put you down, they ignore you, they will treat you as if you are lesser than. And if you bring it up, of course, everyone denies it. Everyone says that this isn't true. And they say, you know, you're being delusional, everything's fine. But what I've experienced is, if you hang out with people that you've hung out with for years, they already got with you at a time when you probably were not the best version of yourself, or you probably were not working on yourself. So at that time, you probably were, in their minds, lesser than. But now you've improved yourself, now you're improving. Does it make sense to hang out with the same people you used to hang out with when you were not improving? Because people don't like change. People do not like change. People do not like things being different. If you were once a guy who was the bitch of the group, I'm not saying I was the bitch of the group, but I'm saying if you were once the bitch of the group, do you really think people are going to like the fact that you're not a bitch anymore? And that you are currently now standing up for yourself, you're assertive, you're this and that? Do you think people are going to like that? They're not going to like it, and they're certainly not going to allow you to be assertive, and they're certainly going to give you a lot of resistance at first. Now it's your choice if you want to continue to educate them and show them that, hey, I'm not the bitch I used to be, I'm someone different. But why go down that route? Why? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, because you're trying to convince people that you're different in order to hang out with them. You've already pedestalized them, and you've pedestalized their value to you. But they don't care about you and your value. They just want to see you as the same person you used to be. So who's really doing the work here? Because you're supposed to hang out with your friends to enjoy your time together, shoot the shit, drink some drinks, you know, share stories or whatever. But if you're not having a relaxation time with your friends, or rather if they're not helping you grow, why are you with them? Why why are you even hanging out with them? It's a bit counterproductive, isn't it? So you have to be prepared for the fact that when you do self-improve and you start leveling up, as they say, you're going to meet resistance, especially from the people that you used to hang out with, your so-called old friends. Because they have a mental image of you. And if you try to step out of that mental image, they're not going to like it. They're going to try and keep boxing you in. And for you to keep trying to get out of that box, you have to fight. You have to use negative energy. You have to get aggressive. You have to stand up for yourself. And it's not going to be something you do once or twice to set a precedent. It's going to be something that you constantly have to do over a long duration of time before they end up getting the message. And they just stop. And it's going to be something that is a long process. Why do that when you can find a better group of people who see you as a respectful individual already? When you can go out into the world, meet new people, make a new friendship group, and actually enjoy your time with these people, because they see you from the get-go as a man to be respected and as a man who is, let's say, your quote-unquote alpha. Even though that's not what I don't give a shit about that at all. I care more about respect. Does this person respect you or not? You can easily tell. Just because they hang out with you doesn't mean they respect you. You can easily tell if someone respects you or not if they don't respect your time. Pretty straight on point. That's the number one sign of respect. If someone doesn't respect your time, if someone makes you wait, if someone ignores you, if someone speaks over you, shit like that, your time, your energy, your attention, if they don't respect that, they don't respect you. They don't respect you. So why hang out with them? Why spend time with them? It's counterproductive. When you're becoming the best version of yourself, you have to take away all the negative influences, and that does mean your friends. I say friends, I mean that in speech marks. You have to take them away. And you have to go cold. You have to go cold, man. You have to go cold. I mean, no, you don't have to completely cut them off. You just limit your time with them to say, I'm not going to meet up all the time. Maybe once or twice a month. Once or twice a year, even in some cases. This is what life is all about. This is your spiritual journey, figuring out who is for you and who is not. Who is going to be benefiting you on your journey and who is going to be a detriment to your journey. It's up to you to find that out, and it's up to you to decide and decipher who is going to stay and who's not going to stay. Chances are, if you used to be someone who was on the lower end of the spectrum of things, and you're self-improving and you're getting better every day and every month and every year, you are going to make more enemies and haters. More people are going to fucking shit test you. More people are going to fucking doubt you. Your old friends, you're going to get the most shit from your old friends, because they're the ones who are going to look at you and say, hang on a minute. You used to be different before. You used to be shit. How the fuck are you now this? How are you now this? And they're going to want to bring you down so that they can feel better about themselves, because that is the nature of the ego. More importantly, the male ego. You'll only figure it out once you go through it. Alright, gentlemen, that's going to be it though. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.